Does the sun sleep? Noticing sun, moon, and star patterns. Let's read this book. Does the sun sleep? Noticing sun, moon, and star patterns by Martha, illustrated by Holly. The sun. Our class is starting the day outside. Look out, says our teacher, Mr. Cruz. What do you see in the sky? The early morning moon catches Isha's eyes. Look at the airplane, says Neto. Tara points at the sun behind the cloud. Good observations, our teacher says. He has already taught us that an observation is something we see. Again, never look directly at the sun. Direct sunlight burns your eyes. Mr. Cruz leads us back to our classroom. He asks what a pattern is. Akiko raises his hand. It's something that happens again and again? Right, Mr. Cruz says. Can you think of a pattern that the sun follows? It shines during the day, Doctor says, and we can't see it at night. Day, night, Eiko says. A pattern! Let's see how the sun's position changes during the day, says Mr. Cruz. First, he shows a picture of the sky in the morning. The sun's near the horizon, he says. That's the line where the sky and the land seem to meet. You know that the sun doesn't really move across the sky. It only looks like it's moving because the earth is spinning. Next, he shows us a picture of the sky at noon. We see the sun high in the sky. Then he shows us a picture of the sky in the evening. The sun is near the horizon again. It's another pattern, Alice says. Yes, says your teacher. Every day the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Does the sun sleep at night? Jacob asks. Mr. Cruz smiles. No, he says, the sun never stops shining. He makes the room dark and shines a flashlight on the globe. We pretend that the light is the sun. Then Mr. Cruz slowly spins the globe. He tells us that our planet spins too. I get it, says Dion. When it's day on the sun side of the earth, it's night on the other side. Yes, our teacher says. When you are getting up, the people in Australia are going to bed. And you know that it takes 24 hours to spin all the way around once? Let's talk about the moon. Mr. Cruz asks us about the moon. Can you think of patterns it follows? The moon changes shape each night, says Tara. Sometimes it's round like an O, and sometimes it's only sliver like a C. And sometimes we can't see it at all, says Nito. Why does it keep on changing? The moon follows a pattern of waxing and warming. Waxing means growing bigger, and waning means growing smaller. First, Mr. Cruz tells us what the moon does not shine by itself. It is lit up by the light from the sun. Then he shines the flashlight on the globe. He asks Jacob to hold up a small moon. The moon travels around Earth, he says. We see only the part of the moon that is lit by the sun. That's why the moon's shape seems to change from night to night. The moon rises in the east and sets in the west just like the sun. Let's talk about the stars. Mr. Cruz asks, what else do we see in the sky at night? Stars, says Alice and Dion. Isha asks, why don't we see the stars during the day? We talk about how stars shine at all time, but the stars are very far away, so their light is dim. It's too dim for us to see in sunlight. So stars look small, but they are actually very big. They are much bigger than Earth or other planets. They look small because they are very, 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 very far away. Mr. Cruz shows us a picture of the night sky. He points at a group of stars. I see a square here, he says. Does anyone else see shapes in the stars? We see triangles, rectangles, and many other shapes. You can draw pretend lines to connect the stars. Just like a dot to dot, says the teacher. We'll learn that a group of stars that make a shape, it's called constellation. There are 88 constellations in the night sky. What would happen if we stayed up all night and watched the stars? Mr. Cruz asked. I'd be too tired at school the next day, Akiko says. Our teacher laughs. That is true, he says. But we would also see another pattern. The stars look like they move across the sky from east to west. Our classes learned that there are a lot of patterns in the sky. We just have to observe them. Thank you for watching. I hope you like this informative book for kids, that you could share this to your little ones and learn about constellations, sun, moon, and stars. All right. Thank you very much. Until next time. Thank you. Bye.